Well, hey, Casey, congratulations on getting married. I wanted to do my reflection here. And the first question is teaching practices prior to taking this course. So I had just heard about borderless classrooms. One of my former colleagues in my old district and I were taking another PD class, and he showed me about that. That was kind of cool. I had heard a little bit about quizzes. I've used Padlet a little bit. I teach high school math, so it's a little hard to use that one, but I've used it for geometry a little bit in our logic section. I'd heard about Newsela. I've used Khan Academy a lot. I was familiar with the Schoology assessments from the last class I took with you guys. But I was not aware of Spiral, Plickers, Brain Pop, Discovery Ed, or Formative. Those were all brand new to me. So I was pleasantly surprised with those. And I don't really use web apps a whole lot, but I would really love to be able to incorporate them a little more. So, how do you feel your teaching can improve after taking this course? I'm going to actually lump this in with question 3 as well. Thinking about next year, what changes do you envision making based on your web apps knowledge? For me personally, I like the ability to differentiate. So I have a lot of students who I would love to serve in my class, but there's only one of me. So I really resonated with what you said there on that video. When there's only one of you, how do you actually help a bunch of students? So specifically, I like TangiTube because it's not going to block students. It'll never be blocked. Like YouTube sometimes is really weird. Google Images is really weird too. If you go to images.google.com, it'll block it. But if you go to Google and then you search images, it'll work. Anyway. So I like that. You can upload the content. You can make sure it's, safe. That's good. I may use Borderless Classroom, especially if I'm going to be using the laptops a lot. I've been thinking about maybe doing something like once or twice a week. We just got 10 new Chromebook carts over at Olentangy High School, which I'm pretty stoked about. So if we do use laptops a lot, I'm definitely going to use Borderless Classroom so I can just keep an eye on what the kids are doing. Let's see. I'd also like to either use Schoology quizzes or Formative to collect data. That's the other thing I feel like I have a good way of gauging where the students in general are at, but it's hard for me to know where individual students are at. And I'd like to be able to collect data on a level where I can know where each individual student is at any point. So I feel like that would be helpful. So I'm definitely going to look into maybe Formative a little more to see if that would be a viable option. I was really impressed with Formative. I actually watched some comparison videos, some ed tech showdowns between like Formative and Kahoot and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. What do you think other teachers should know from what you have learned about this course? All right, so showing teachers all the possibilities with the assessments in Schoology, I think, is really important. I keep, we're in staff meeting collaborations, and I'm like, well, Schoology assessments now have matching drag and drop, fill in the blank, and all that stuff. And a lot of my colleagues are like, wait, what? So definitely that. The borderless classroom thing is a game changer, especially for people who use the computers a lot. Like, I don't know if English teachers use the computers a lot, but if I use the computers a lot, I would use Borderless Classroom on the regular. I would also really push Formative. I'm definitely going to tell some of my other colleagues about this program once we get back into school. And the last thing I was going to say is I wish all the English teachers in our district would take this course. I feel like a lot of these apps are really helpful for them. So anyway, that's my 2 cents. I went a little long, but thanks for listening. We'll see you in the fall.